Hi guys, hope you're all well. Just a little second update for you all. Not really a vlog, but an update. But before I get into the in-depth stuff, I just wanted to talk to you all about this. This is the Ultimate Equestrian Training Diary. It's created by howtodressage.com, who are actually active on a few social medias. They are on Instagram and Twitter that I know of, and I'm guessing they're on Facebook as well. And they are a fantastic, I don't know what you want to call them, corporation, group, business, that do videos and advice and articles, and they are very good. So if you haven't heard of them before, get yourself online and have a look. This diary they've brought out very recently, and after seeing it on the social medias, I couldn't help myself, I had to buy it. I've had a few training diaries over the years and they've been okay and they've done their job, but they haven't been fantastic. They tend to concentrate on the people that have one horse, which is fine, but when you've got more than one horse in training or competing, you need to be able to record more than one horse's data. They also don't seem to give you enough space to record the information you need. Just an example, because this was the main reason I bought this one, is things like your feeding plan. Most diaries will only give you one section and expect you to have the same feed all year round, day and night, which, to be honest with you, my horses don't. I do change them slightly between spring and winter, and what they get in their morning feed and what they get in their evening feed. So it's nice to have extra space, which, as I will show you in this one, it has a lot more space. So there we go. So this is the Ultimate Equestrian Training Diary. Sorry, it's a bit bright today. There we go, and I'll just have a read through for you. You've got pages throughout which have got motivational quotes and little pictures that you can colour in, which I think is great. And then your first section is your horse details, and there you've actually got a space for two horses. Don't know if you can see that in the light. It's a bit, maybe, can you see that? There we go. So there's all your horse details there, and a picture at the bottom, which are things like breed, height, year born, sex, etc. And then you've got the horse maintenance section, which is the section I was talking about, really. You've got details to record your farrier and all your trimming and shoeing records. Same with your worm counts and your vet details. There's a section for your vaccinations and other vet visits, and then it goes on for your dentist, your saddle fitter, your physiotherapist, and then it gets to your feeding plan, which is the bit that I'm really impressed with. I'm going to come closer so you can see this. There we go. So as you can see, you get your spring, I think it's spring first, is it? Yep, spring, summer, autumn, winter, AM and PM sections. So you have lots of space to actually put in what your horses get. And then further on, you've got a section to record details about your lessons, your competitions, goal planning, and then at the back it's got just your normal week-to-week diary for any bits you need to record to remember. But all in all, I think it's a really good diary. I liked the way it looked before I had it, and now I've actually received it, I'm even more impressed. It retails at £19.95. I actually bought mine off Amazon, so I got free postage on that as well because I'm an Amazon Prime member. But for £20, it's going to last you the whole year. It's got everything in you need. Definitely recommend it. So get yourself out, get yourself one if you haven't already. This isn't sponsored. I pay for this with my own money. I'm just really impressed with them. And as I said, if you're not, get yourself over and follow on with their social medias, because especially if you do dressage, they are very good. I mean, the diary can be used by any discipline, but all the articles and videos and things they do tend to be more dressage orientated. So definitely get yourself over and have a look. Okay, so last time I spoke to you, I was waiting for the vet to come out to x-ray Lara's spine. He actually came out last week and did that. She had narrowings on 6 places in her spine, which is quite a lot. They weren't extremely bad, but they were obviously bad enough for it to be having an effect on Lou, or so we thought at the time. What they like to do is, when they found that, is they like to nerve block the areas, and then you ride and see if that has an effect on your horse's problem. Unfortunately, Lara was that sore, that wasn't going to happen, so the vet sedated her. We then actually gave her a steroid injection into the spaces in the spine, which is the standard treatment other than surgery for kissing spines. So she had that, with the idea then being I was going to bring her back into work and see what happened. Then she had to have, I think it was 3 or 4 days off before I started her, and then I started lunging and riding. Unfortunately, it didn't have any effect on her canter problem, and it has actually shown up that she is uncomfortable behind as well. I wouldn't call it lame, but she looks very uncomfortable, sore, and not moving like she normally does, which hadn't shown before but is showing now. So now, actually today, in the next hour or so, I am waiting for the vet to come out. We're actually going to nerve block and x-ray her hocks and see if there's anything going on in there, as the lameness is showing behind. I'm not sure whether we're going to x-ray stifles. I think that depends on whether there's any problems in her hocks, so we will have to go from there and see what it is and how to treat it. Obviously the normal course would be, if there was an issue there, would be to medicate it again with a steroid injection and see how that works. Unfortunately, it's not brilliant for myself and Lara, with her having these physical issues. The chances of her being able to compete happily at the sort of level I want to compete at is very slim. I'm still holding out some hope that we may be able to, but I'm also trying to prepare myself for the fact that she might not be physically capable of doing that anymore. Hopefully she will be capable of and comfortable to still hack, excuse the dogs, to hack and have a little bit of fun. And where she goes from here, it's all dependent on what happens with the vet. If we can't find anything wrong with her hocks, then the vet would like to send her for scintigraphy, which basically is when they go and they get injected with a radioactive matter, which goes throughout the body. They then scan the entire body, and this shows up any areas that have got issues. So basically it's slightly easier and slightly quicker than trying to x-ray all the parts separately. But that will be dependent on what happens today with her hocks. So that's about it really. That's about where we're at. As I was saying, with what happens between me and Lara is really just a case now of waiting to see. In an ideal world, I'd love to keep her here, and even if she couldn't compete, perhaps my husband hack her, but I honestly, I'd be struggling with the amount of grazing I've got at the moment. Obviously I've got my 2 retired geldings who won't be with us forever, but are still with us at the moment. But I will keep you updated on that. There are lots of options that we're going to look at and explore before we decide, but whatever we decide will be the best thing for Lara, as that is the most important thing there is. I'm guessing there'll be another update after this one to let you know exactly what happened today. I'm sorry there hasn't been many vlogs or much lately, but to be honest, with Lara being off games, there's not much that we're doing that will be that interesting for you to watch. But as soon as something interesting happens, then I will get the camera out and hopefully you all see it. So that's about it for today, guys. Hope you're all well, and I will speak to you all soon.